They may be animated, but these bad boys still find a way to make us blush.
Gross. Oh my.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 hottest animated guys. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we'll be looking at animated male characters from television and film that are rather easy on the eyes. Keep in mind we won't be including any Disney or anime characters, since we've already got lists dedicated to them.
A cute button nose? Thick, wavy locks?
Number 10. Trent Lane, Daria.
You're an angel in black. You sure have the knack for putting my heart on the shelf in the back.
Equal parts slacker and wannabe rock star, there is just something about Trent's laid-back attitude that we're drawn to. Sure, he is probably the furthest thing from a rock god you could imagine, and his favorite pastime may be sleeping. But he's been shown at times to be a decent guy, who's willing to support his sister and Daria when trouble comes their way.
Do you ever feel like maybe you are wasting your life?
Only when I'm awake.
Narcolepsy, immaturity, and obliviousness aside, we can see why Daria had such a crush on him. Granted, a committed relationship between the two was probably going to turn out just as well as one of Trent's lyrics, but we digress.
Whatever happened to the man I married?
We never got married, remember? I overslept.
Number 9. He-Man/Prince Adam, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
By the power of Grayskull!
By today's standards, the Prince of Eternia's brands of heroics leans more towards the campier side of the superheroic spectrum. What with his choice and subsequent lack of clothing along with his overwhelming physique. Plus, his blonde hair looks like it belongs in a shampoo commercial. Regardless, Prince Adam has always stood as one of the most iconic animated males of the 80s.
Up you go!
He proved that if you've got it, you might as well flaunt it. And there's certainly a lot to flaunt when it comes to He-Man. In short, he has the power. Number 8. Zack, Ferngully, the Last Rainforest.
You shrank me?
Because there's just something about a guy who looks like a supermodel, but decided to become a lumberjack instead. Originally part of the human group in charge of cutting down the titular rainforest, and subsequently responsible for the release of the fantastically evil Hexus, Zack not only manages to woo the curiously cute fairy Krista, but also every girl that lays eyes on his oddly chiseled physique.
Ow! Careful!
Sure, he's not exactly the deepest of characters, but there's no denying that as far as magically shrunken lumberjack archetypes go, he's definitely the sexiest.
What are you talking about?
Number 7. Johnny Bravo, Johnny Bravo.
Hey there, baby!
He loves his hair, his muscles, his mama, and the ladies. Too bad the latter rarely loves him back. Despite the fact that his attempted conquests rarely ever result in him finding romance, we can't help but find Johnny's idiocy utterly charming, as his endeavors often end up in him either suffering mild bodily harm or utter humiliation.
Oh no!
But no matter how many times life or pretty ladies knock him down, he always gets right back up to try again. Maybe that's his most attractive quality, along with those blonde locks that defy the laws of physics.
You know, you've got some of the prettiest battle scars I've ever seen.
Number 6. Tulio and Miguel, The Road to El Dorado.
And they call us Miguel and Tulio.
We just didn't have it in us to separate these two, what with them being as thick as thieves and all. As for who is hotter, why not both? Two con artists looking to make their fortune find themselves in the fabled city of gold and mistaken for gods. Surrounded by immense wealth and dangerous foes, Tulio and Miguel continually keep us entertained with their differing attitudes and dynamic friendship.
Any regrets? Besides dying?
Tulio is the suave, fast-talking ladies' man, while Miguel is the compassionate jokester. Individually, they make for great catches, but together, they're nothing short of divine.
Miguel and Tulio. Tulio and Miguel, mighty and powerful gods.
Hello.
Number 5. Hiccup, How to Train Your Dragon 2.
Where have you been?
Oh, you know, catching up with Mom.
When audiences first met Hiccup, we were presented with probably the most unimpressive Viking you'll ever see. However, after he forms a connection with the wounded dragon Toothless, he slowly discovers what kind of person he wants to be, giving us a thrilling and investing protagonist in doing so.
You got it, bud.
Then came the sequel, and not only had he continued to evolve into a more capable and self-determined dragon rider, but he went from meek to masculine and then some.
Shut it out, Toothless.
It's no exaggeration that Hiccup just might be the hottest thing on Berk, and that's including all the dragon fire.
Now do you get it? This is what it is to earn a dragon's loyalty.
Number 4. Gambit, X-Men.
If you want to settle this, mon ami, then let's do it.
He stole the heart of Southern Belle Rogue with his Cajun charm, brought new meaning to the term card shark, and managed to be utterly seductive despite having a wardrobe that basically consists of a slab of pink armor. As a central member of the X-Men, Gambit's mutation allows him to turn your average deck of cards into a lethal weapon. However, its lethality is nothing compared to that silver tongue of his, following him everywhere he goes and dishing out lines with such precision that we don't know how any mutant or human could resist him.
Don't y'all leave now, the fun just started.
Number 3. Sterling Archer, Archer.
I'm commandeering this airboat.
Right out of the gate, we should warn you that while this man has all the skills you could ever want in a secret agent in terms of espionage and combat, he's also an unapologetic ass.
Because shut up, because I done it. Because I'd never go to America.
Heavy drinking, rudeness, misogynistic, he's something along the lines of James Bond without the gentlemanly conduct. Despite all the times when you wish someone would just punch him in the face, some part of you can't help but fall for the way he tackles his dangerous lifestyle with zero fear and an outrageous attitude. Plus, he's not totally irredeemable, what with being a very protective father and all.
Can I hold her?
Yeah, okay, but, be careful.
Number 2. Batman, Superman, Green Lantern, The Flash, and Martian Manhunter, Justice League. How can you expect us to pick just one of these superhero hunks? Even if you ignore all of the newer additions that came with Unlimited, such as the ruggedly handsome Aquaman and straight-shooting Green Arrow, the original JL males weren't anything to scoff at. Green Lantern certainly wasn't afraid of taking his top off. Superman remains everyone's favorite Boy Scout. The Flash's mile-a-minute sense of humor left us in stitches. Martian Manhunter's interstellar appearance does nothing to hinder his warmth and humbleness. And Batman is, well, he's Batman. Justice never looked so good.
Too much curiosity can be dangerous.
Maybe I like danger.
Before we reveal our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
I am Zorn!
What's that? Can't hear you over the engine noise.
I thought since it's so hot. Here.
Thanks.
Number 1. Dimitri, Anastasia.
You really think I'm royalty?
You know I do.
He may look like your average con man, but it soon becomes evident that Dimitri is nothing short of a Russian heartthrob. From his constant charm that oozes from every pore to the intense attraction that builds between himself and Anastasia, and the fact he actually punches Rasputin in the face, Dimitri is quite the package. And by God, does he have quite the singing voice.
Harry holds the key to her past. Yes, princess, I found you at last.
Despite his less than noble profession, he's still a man of principle who was even willing to give up Anastasia since he considered himself unworthy of her love. He's got the making of anyone's fairy tale prince. And let's be honest, how could anyone resist that hair?
I just thought this was something you had to see through to the end no matter what.
But look at me, Dimitri.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.